Good morning. Happy Sunday. We are in a hurry. I got some new lippies in, so we'll share those later because, to be quite honest, I don't have a lot of time. I thought I'd get up earlier than I did, but we took my husband to the airport, and you know what happened? I went straight back to sleep. Your girl went straight back to sleep. So what she's going to do is talk about 4 ingredients that come in this little bottle. And I'm going to go over skincare series every Sunday. But it's specifically 4 little ingredients. If you're looking for natural skincare and you're looking for natural skincare ingredients specifically that you can find when you're looking for your skincare, that is going to help you with brightening, with plumping, with creating the more elastic type skin that tightens, not loose, but tightens up that elastin. These are the things you're going to want to look for. So I'm going to dive right in because we don't have a lot of time, but then I'll get my makeup on. We're going to get ready for church. I will go over later some brand new lippies that I got, but not right now. All right, so the reason I like this, first of all, you can get this in the Lumi Radiance line. This is a brightening line that helps with hyperpigmentation, okay? And it helps with age spots and helps with melasma. A lot of these things like freckles and things like that comes from sun damage. Now, you may not want to get rid of your freckles, but even if you do, it doesn't really matter. The things we do want to get rid of are things that cause uneven skin tone. And we want to have bright and tight skin. I think everybody can say that. Nobody wants loose, dull skin, okay? So hang in there with me for a minute and look out for these 4 things. I'll make sure to recap them later in a quick reel on this page at some point this week. But just come say hey. Just come say hey. Know that you are so loved. If we have time, we'll go over a quick devotion at the end. And I'll also share it to my YouTube page. If you're not getting my text notifications, if you're not on my live YouTube page, you can always go back and watch those things. Make sure you say YouTube or you say text if you don't have those updates, okay? So first things first, let's talk about what we're looking for. What kind of ingredients are we looking for when we want bright skin? What are we looking for? I need to mix this up. First thing, you want to look for white sand lily. And the reason why is because a lot of the reasons why we get dry skin is because, or damaged skin or sun damaged skin is because we've been outside. The free radicals that are out there in the environment, such as stressors in our environment, as well as just the sun in general and UV damage, is what causes the melasma, the hyperpigmentation, the age spots, the sunspots, the freckles, all the things, okay? But even if you even just have acne scarring, it is all the same thing. It is all damage that's been done to your skin. And the way to be able, first of all, to work on that is to first protect your skin from further damage. So the further damage protection comes in with the white sand lily. So white sand lily, in case you didn't know this, is white sand lily has a certain kind of ingredient that helps with moisture to protect the moisture barrier. You're going to hear me talk about moisture barrier a lot when I talk about skincare because you have sort of like an ozone layer that is over your face protecting you from further damage. And when you destroy that, that's when lots of premature aging happens. Do you get what I'm saying? Destroy the moisture barrier or not help it, and you get premature aging. So you want to keep this moisture barrier plump. You want to keep it hydrated, and that's what white sand lily does, okay? So these are the kind of things that are not chemicals. And there are some chemicals that are great for your skin, but right now we're specifically focusing on things you can find in the environment, okay? Another thing that is for protection that offers antioxidants, which are the key fighters against stressors in your skin in the environment, in aging prematurely, will be algae extract. Yes, algae extract. It's a specific marine algae that is loaded with really good ingredients, and it helps protect the skin from the premature aging. It helps increase the collagen, which helps to create that nice youthful appearance of your skin, and then improves the skin elasticity, which creates the bounciness and the plumpness, okay? So you want to keep the algae extract and the white sand lily. The third thing you want to look for is papaya extract. Now, you guys know papaya is a fruit, and you know it's loaded with really good ingredients. It's perfect for your skin, okay? So papaya extract has some enzymes in it that evens out your skin tone, and it helps reduce hyperpigmentation, okay? So 5 years ago, I had a landing strip right here in a diagonal, from lack of using skincare and from acne scarring, and it just went straight across like this. And I found out the reason for that particular was I was using dirty phones, not cleaning as much, not changing my pillowcases as much, not keeping more hygiene on clean hands. So if you tend to get more breakouts right here, it's usually because of some kind of contact with something that's dirty, okay? But if you get it down here, it's more like a gut issue or hormones, okay? If you get it somewhere up here, it's usually like the T-zone area where it's oily, or it could be a hair product. So keep that in mind when you're face mapping for your skin to know what you're looking for when you're trying to treat something, okay? So yes, papaya extract has and enzymes that evens out the hyperpigmentation that you get. It could be from acne scarring, from sunspots, from the melasma, from any of that, okay? And then you want to look for bearberry extract. Bear as in grr, like a bear, and then berry, like you'd find in the woods. So bearberry extract, and that helps lighten sunspots, treats melasma. Like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but do you see how I have a lot of hyperpigmentation around my lip line called the vermilion border? It's very indistinct because I have a lot of sun damage right here. And the bearberry extract will help to lighten this area and even out blotchy areas. Okay, so those are the 4 things you want to look for. And I will also make sure that I put it in a reel for quick reference when you're looking for your skincare. But white sands lily, algae extract, papaya extract, and bearberry extract are the 4 things you want to look for. If you want them all together, it does come in the Lumi Radiance line. This is amazing for brightening your skin and plumping it out. Now that I said all of that, I do want you to focus on the first thing that comes with fall, as it's the sun is still there, but you'll notice your temperature's dropping, and you'll notice the air becomes crisper and drier, okay? The thing you want to work on, because it's not quite winter, so a lot of people, hold on, I'm sorry, I dropped my cup and I don't want it to spill. It's not quite winter time yet, so a lot of people don't automatically start changing out their skincare yet to more thicker creams. So they start noticing that their skin dries out a little bit more because it's going from one type of environment to another with the air dryness, okay? So one of the things that I will suggest to you, especially big skincare fall tip, is start being very mindful about, very demure, very mindful, but be very mindful about your lip hydration. That's one of the first things to get overly dry the quickest, is because our lips obviously are just always out there. Our lips are kind of always the forgotten thing when it comes to skincare. And you know, you do sometimes need specific skincare for your lips. Now, a lot of times people will just use chapstick, and the problem with chapstick is it perpetuates dryness because it traps, it sort of puts a wax film over the top, which creates a lack of proper air and things like that for your lips, which creates a sense of dryness all the time. So you're constantly irritating that area, and it gets worse and worse. So using creamier lip balms and things of that nature is wonderful. And as the air gets drier, or if you're a mouth breather, like your mouth opens when you sleep, like snoring, or just the air is getting dry, make sure first of all to start putting a humidifier in your room. It sounds crazy, but it's the perfect time to start putting a humidifier in your room if you don't have it, especially if you have a fan on. And then as the fall comes, and then you want to get yourself a lip moisturizer. I love this lip conditioner because it helps prevent from my lips cracking. I start to notice when my lips are getting drier, I start applying this more. You can also do a lip mask. And I'm going to start using the Laneige lip mask because I've been wanting to try that. I'll be doing some beauty reviews coming up soon with different products. But make sure that you comment down below what your favorite lip products are, what you like to do to treat yours. And then also make sure what to include. What was your favorite product I'm going to test my students out. What was your favorite ingredient that you heard from the 4 things we just mentioned in skincare? You can go back and watch before you answer when you hit the replay. What was your favorite of the 4 ingredients when it came to brightening your skin or plumping it that I just mentioned? Okay, so I got the new CC cream in. This is the new formula. We're going to try this out. Good morning. If you missed the 4 important ingredients, don't worry. I will go over it in a reel later, as well as you can always hit the replay. It's within the first 10 minutes of the video. I put way too much just on my face just now in case you haven't noticed. But don't forget, again, to take care of your lips as well, because those are going to be the first things that start cracking. Put your humidifier on. Make sure you get the lip conditioner. If you don't have a really good lip conditioner that doesn't perpetuate lip chappedness is what I'm saying. Lip chappedness. That's a word. I come up with it. Then get yourself the lip conditioner I just mentioned. They get really good special on them. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon for the month of September. If you have any ideas of things that you would like to see in my giveaway, make sure that you comment what you would like to see in it. Okay? If you're wanting to see some more fall decor, heck, put that in there. I don't care. I ain't above putting some little fall decor giveaway out there. I may be about makeup and stuff, but I'll put my favorite makeup product in there and put the cutest little fall pillow in there that you'll ever see. I am just reducing some of this redness. Yeah, I like this formula. I mean, I don't really quite know the difference, but a lot of people ask for it back, so Pharmacy listened, and that's why I love my company. They really listen to feedback. And whereas the other company that I loved, they were great, but I don't feel like they listen to feedback as much. They just kind of did their own thing, which is fine. I mean, I guess they have the ability to do that. But if you're looking to brighten your skin and you're looking to reduce some of that pigmentation, the CC cream is great for that, because you notice it kind of knocks out that extra redness that's going on there. But we're going to go ahead and start getting ready. I hope you're having an amazing day. Isn't today the 8th? So here's our message for today. We're doing a quick message because I don't have a lot of time. I have like about 10 minutes and then we got to head on to church because I kind of slept in today, which is not a surprise to those who have watched my lives before, because your girl likes to sleep in, especially on Sundays, because I don't get to do that much. We sleep in a lot compared to, let me go back and backtrack on that. Let me backpedal up a minute. We do sleep in more than people who go to school, public school. But, it's only by like an hour, and I don't feel like that's enough to brag about it personally. That's just my opinion. But we do a lot during the week. We volunteer, we do school, we go on field trips, we do all the things. So sometimes my body just wants to sleep in, and usually that falls on a Sunday that it wants to try to do that. I think it still tries to think that it's in the corporate world, and I'm like, listen, body, we haven't been in the corporate world for like 5 years now. What's the deal? And it's like, I can't help it. You will be amazed at how much your body tries to get in a habit or get stuck on things. And if it was traumatic for you, like some things that I did in the corporate world was very traumatic. And I was a people pleaser by nature. Has anybody else been like that? You used to be a people pleaser. You're a recovering one. You're working now on listening to the word of God, proclaiming your life, as well as making yourself happy, because that is your identity. But anyways, when I say making yourself happy, I don't mean just doing everything that you want. But working and living through God, that's a different kind of happiness, is what I'm talking about. Anyway. I just felt like I needed to preface that. But anyways, I'm a recovering people pleaser. That means I'm no longer one. But I still have to tell my stress levels, my cortisone levels, my mind, because your mind likes to try to go back to repeated patterns, even if they were unhealthy. And it tries to remember all the trauma that it had at work from my own self allowing that to happen. So I have to remind my body that Sundays are still okay days, and we're not having to go back to the office on Monday with a pile of paperwork. So it's just one of those things you have to constantly tell your mind and your body. You have to constantly be in a state of bettering your body through personal development, exercise, and the same thing for your mind. And the way you exercise your mind is through bettering it through the way that you think and your mindset. And that goes spiritually, so you go into church, but in devotions and relationship with God. But it also goes for neuroscience and realizing sometimes your brain just does things to try to keep you safe, but not always necessarily the best for you, because your brain doesn't realize like some things are not that bad. So you got to tell your brain like, it's okay. I see what you're trying to do, but you're wrong. So anyway, I've learned so much over the years, but today we're going to go over spiritual development. David said that he waited patiently for God to act. And sometimes, you know, isn't it hard to be patient and wait for things, especially for God? Because we don't know what his timing is, but God's timing is perfect. But in time, God did eventually answer, as he does with us. And God lifted David out of a mire, or sort of like a pit of despair, if you will. And he put his feet on a rock, something firm that would not sink, something he could depend on, right? Which is a picture of what happens when we give our lives to Jesus. God alone and Jesus alone is the solid, unshakable rock on which we build our lives. If you look at 1 Peter 2:6-8, it illustrates that wonderfully. So if you're in a pit right now, whatever that looks like, it could be financially, it could be in some kind of relationship, it could be through trying to make some big change in your life, or a transition that you're not quite sure about yet, or maybe it's waiting on confirmation for something, maybe it's an answer to a prayer, whatever that looks like. If you're in a pit right now, don't give up. Just like I talked about on my personal page earlier last night, the bamboo takes over 5 years before it starts, literally within weeks, shooting up to 90 feet. So for 5 years, you're not going to see a lot of progress. Sometimes you're going to have years where it doesn't look like there's a lot of progress. But boy, are you growing, ma'am. You are growing, sir. And when those weeks of growth come, you will shoot up. And there is nothing that will stop you. Nothing. Okay, do you hear me? And God will provide the stimulus for you to shoot up and just thrive. But sometimes in the meantime, while we're in the waiting, that's the hardest, is it not? So don't give up. Instead, turn to him and find in him that solid foundation that you need, that rock. Okay. So it says in Psalms 41-2 is going to be your scripture for today. And it says, I waited patiently for the Lord. He turned to me and he heard my cry. He lifted me out of the slimy pit, or the miry clay, if you will, the slippery clay, the pit of despair, and mud and mire. And he set my feet upon a rock. Psalm 41-2. All right, so just know, even if things seem like they're slipping, they're sliding, you are thinking God has got you, and he's not going to give you more than you can stand. And it's going to feel like a lot at first, but he's like, you are built for more greater things than these. Let's go ahead and put on our peach blush today. We have about 4 minutes. Let's see what we can do in 4 minutes. I think we're going to put on a quick little lip gloss. Definitely need to do our mascara in our brows. That's like, if anybody ever asks me and you got a really quick time to get ready, your main things that you want to do is you want to work on your brows and your lashes, because those are what provides a little bit of some character to your face, some definition. And I don't hardly ever go anywhere if I'm going to put on makeup without some brows. They may not always look the same. They may not always be a good day. But dadgummit, I'm going to put some brows on when I go somewhere. because it really does help add some structure to your face. I'm going to just slightly outline them and fill them in right now. And then we're going to go in and fill these suckers in. Now, I'm not having to wait on a ride today. Thank you, Lord. You are good. But y'all be praying for my husband. He is heading out to Chicago today. I've heard that's a kind of a dangerous city. Just a snatch of some danger there. So pray for him. But I'm hoping, you know, he'll be in a location where he has lots of friends and work buddies, since they're all going together. They're going to sort of like a trade show for their work, find out a lot of things about the machinery that they work on, or new machinery that could potentially be ones that they could work on. And I told him I hope he has a great time, because, I mean, they'll also be able, like he was telling me, I don't know about anybody heard about H.H. Holmes, the whole murder hotel kind of thing, where he had like trap doors and like secret rooms built for torturing people. This guy was a psychopath. But anyway, he was so rich and stuff, and he built this hotel so that his victims, he could torture them in privacy without getting in trouble. It's really sick. But anyways, he always hired different contractors to build the different rooms, so no one quite knew the whole layout of the whole building. And I don't know how the rest of the story goes, because I don't remember, but it's a real thing that happened. But when it was finally discovered, like, somebody burnt the whole place down. So now, I don't know what was over it after that, but now it's an old post office, and my husband wants to go and visit it just because it's an interesting piece of history, a part of weird history that he wants to see. And so I was like, I hope you have fun visiting that murder hotel location. But does anybody else like to go and see like old buildings? It doesn't matter if it's a creepy building or if it's just an old building in general. Like when we went to Savannah, we went to that fountain where there was like a movie or something filmed, and then where Forrest Gump sat and all that kind of stuff. That was kind of fun. That's the cool thing about being so close to Georgia. A lot of movies are filmed in Georgia and Atlanta, so it's like really fun to be able to find some of the old movie sets or places that people filmed. It's always like fun to be able to go visit stuff like that. All right, let's get our mascara on. We don't have a lot of time. If you guys have any questions about any of the lippies that I'm using, all you gotta do is say leaves for autumn leaves, and I'll send you the different ones that I use. Today we're using Cool Girl. This is a crowd favorite for fall because it's a nice like chocolatey nude lip. Really pretty, and it works with about any dang look that you do. Whether you like subtle makeup or you like a little bit more poppin', it doesn't really matter because it goes with all of them. All right, mascara, please. Just appeared out of the air. All right, let's go ahead and get this on. Oh my gosh, oh my makeup. I was like, where is it? If you guys need a mascara refill, make sure and let me know. I'm doing a bulk order today in my VIP group. You'll get free shipping, and I'll give you some recommendation, but I always kind of start people off with my $11 mascara, which is what I'm using now, the Zen. That's one of the most popular, especially for volume and curl. I get a lot of good reviews for it. A lot of good reviews, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being silly right now. I just got some on my lid, so we'll have to get a spoolie and clean that up in a minute. We're doing good on timing, though. Maddie, we got 2 minutes before we leave. It's just my daughter with me today. The boys spent the night at what we call their church grandparents' house. They were so sweet. They offered to let them spend the night, so I didn't have to get all the kids up early. We were dropping Eric off at his work near the airport, because he works for, if you guys saw the news, the tech place that helps work for the airport. He works for that location, which is literally like connected to the airport, but like at the same time a little bit separate from it. So anyways, they're gonna leave sometime this afternoon to get on their flight. And he's going to be gone for a couple days. And I'm not used to him being gone for several days. Usually, if my husband's gone, it's just for work. And then he's right back home. So it's going to be weird. But I did tell him, and let me know if anybody else is like this. Do you, although if you enjoy, which I do, I enjoy obviously sharing a bed with my spouse, but at the same time, I really enjoy having the bed to myself as well, because I'm going to tell you why, all right? First of all, your girl, which I'm sure my poor husband would attest to this, your girl is not a sound sleeper, and neither is he. And I really love, I don't know why, but I like to lay diagonal across the bed. He likes to argue that I still try to do this while he's in the bed, and it's very possible. I really don't know. But when he's gone, like say during the day for work, and I do have a chance to take a nap, I lay diagonal across that dang bed. And the same thing will go for tonight. Your girl gonna be laying diagonal across the dang bed because there's something so comfortable about it for my back. I don't know what it is. If y'all see me playing around with the mascara, it's because literally I have these couple of small little baby lashes that are coming in that are not the same length as my other ones, and it is driving me crazy. And I'm just trying to get them to go up a little bit like the other lashes and curl up. And you just have to train y'all lashes when they be growing like that. But anyway, I'm just being silly today. I'm just being silly. All right. So yeah, this is my Zen mascara. I love how it does. It's kind of like a wispy type of lash. Let's get my spoolie, and if you are messy like I am, you just wait till your mascara dries, and then it just easy peasy comes off, and you don't have to redo your whole makeup, because who has time for that? I'm telling you, I would just give up on makeup if I had to redo the whole thing. I'm telling you. That's why I love it. So every lash, mascara or whatever that you use, every mascara always has a different formula, obviously. And I have tried my fill of different lash formulas. And let me tell you, some of them, not for pharmacy, but some of them I have tried are crazy. Even like ones that have dried, when you try to get them to clean up, if you make a mess, like smears across your whole lid, and then it like you have to do your makeup again. And I'm not for that. I am not for that, ma'am and sirs. So yeah, ones that clean up easily with the spoolie is the kind of mascara I like. Okay, that's the kind that we like. All right, so finally, we're just gonna put on something that has a little bit of some highlight, just because I like highlight, and it just brightens up the eye. This reminds me of the old days when I used to be in color guard, and I would add like some strong highlight so that the stadium lights would catch on my lids while I was in color guard. And for those who don't know what color guard is, you know, it's like swinging the flags and stuff for football games in the band. Yeah, I had so much fun with that. So much fun with that. I don't think Madeline's going to be in color guard, but she did entertain me for a little bit when she was younger and did color guard camp. So, that was fun for me. That was fun and fine for me. Alright, just adding a little pink over that so it's not like overkill. Look at that highlight. Gorgeous. I don't care what anybody says. They can say what they want. I like it. Alright. A little bit of some Mardi Gras in my life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go ahead and do this peach glaze. And we're done. We're done. We're getting ready to leave now. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to stay sharp. Always be on point. Get your liquid motivation today. And if you missed my skincare tips, you can go back and hit the replay. And I will also do a small recap reel coming up soon. Love y'all. Don't forget to stay sharp and always be